This is the poster presentation for the SCUBA AR integration project for Senior Design 2. The objective of our project was to create a scuba diving mask that could provide the wearer with pertinent dive information via an augmented reality display. The performance specs for the final prototype must include a HUD that displays relative dive information. The prototype must function underwater at a depth of about 120 feet. The scope of our project was to facilitate future work on the prototype by assembling and integrating AR to validate this prototype in a dry mode.
Our prototype design is separated into four main categories, the first of which being the AR glasses and mounting it to the scuba diving mask. Second is the electronics being housed in a watertight enclosure. Next is the sensor integration communicating with an external processing unit, and the software that will be responsible for displaying information to a diver.
So here's a quick review of our glasses mounting solution. We're using the Third Eye mixed reality glasses. This unit is capable of military grade gesture control. It's Android based, and our assembly is a dry mode test verification. They work as required and they're comfortable for the user. The further iterations of this project will include the fully waterproofed form. Here's a look at our 3D printed electronics housing. You can see the top plate here, which is fastened with 14mm machine screws. We're using a neoprene O-ring seal for this, and there's plenty of room for our electronics.
Sensor data for the heads-up display is acquired using I2C communication utilizing pins on the Raspberry Pi. From there, a terminal bash script will sort the I2C data into .txt files to be analyzed by the heads-up display Android app. For the heads-up display, an app on the OmniROM Android emulator will be used. The computer science team is working now to process sensor data and complete the HUD design. Next steps for them involve deep dives into the SDKs of our AR headsets.
Our final prototype fully put together below has verified critical areas of our scope, those being the AR glasses fully working within the mask in a dry environment, electronics placed in unobscuring areas for a diver, sensors are properly receiving information from the environment, and lastly, our processing unit is loaded with Android open source software to communicate properly with the AR glasses.
Future work of our project include handing off the unit to the software team for HUD implementation, using this prototype as a basis for a smaller form factor integration, and after that integration, waterproofing the entire assembly.